Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of my project Isothermal Let's Play. We're going to be doing a lot of miniaturized crafting and shrinking of mobs today, so that's why we're over here on our shrinking platform. But we're beginning to run out of space, so one of these days we may need to expand this island a little bit, but that is not today's problem. Today's problem is we need iron and lots of it. We mentioned this at the end of stream last episode, but last episode we were planning to take a look at iron golems. And I don't think that's the route that I want to go because I believe there is an even faster way to get ourselves all the iron we will ever need. So let's take a look at the numbers. I'll show you all what I mean right now. So here we are looking at the iron golem drops from caged entities. And if we look at this, every 90 seconds that an iron golem is in a mob cage, we have a 60% chance to get 1 to 3 iron ingots. That's not really a great rate. That means only 3 out of 5 in 90 seconds we're going to get any iron. That's going to be quite slow. We also do have a chance to get poppies about every other time. We don't need poppies. We can get flowers from other ways. And there's nothing that a poppy gives us, to my knowledge, that we can't get from other places. So we will be looking at other ways. And one of those other ways is if we go here into our quest book, we see that there's iron essence. And we've been playing a lot with essences, so maybe this is the way to go. We get that essence from a wraith spawn egg. We'll take a look at that in a moment. And to take a look at the drops from the wraith in terms of iron essence, we get 1 every 15 seconds. That's a good, fast, consistent rate. So I think when we do the math, this ends up being a slightly more productive ability to get iron, especially given that 8 essence gives you 8 ore. So we wait 8 times 15, so that is about a minute and a half, and you're going to get 8 iron ore. I don't think you'll be able to get that much iron from a cage golem, so that's the way we're going to go. I'm looking back here, we need to craft this wraith spawn egg. There's a block that we have no clue how to craft yet. That's the ghost block. The ghost block requires string, iron nuggets, and gray dye, so it will be a bit of an investment, and the only thing out of this we don't know how to get is string. Let's take a look at that. So to do that, we need spider essence. And spider essence is actually pretty easy to get. We're going to get it from caged spiders, and we get 1 spider essence every 45 seconds or so. It's not terrible, it's a little bit slow, but it should be good enough for our needs. So looking at the first steps to get our spider spawn egg, we're going to need to make a flat level 7x7 of black wool, and then going up to the next level, that's just the rim on the outside for level 2. So let's start by building that. And to make it 7x7, we got 3, 5, 7s. We're going to use this white diorite rim. That's one of the reasons why I use polished blocks to make this, is it allows us to easily count and know where to place blocks and make our shapes nice and easy. So when we do get to the point that I am ready to build an island to hold this, we will do exactly as we've done and use nice and easy blocks for counting in our area. So now that we've got that bottom done, we should easily be ready to build that next level. And this one is just the rim to remind ourselves, and apparently I can't use my keyboard. That will happen occasionally. There we go. Now let's take a look at level 2. I'm going to look at our spider spawn egg. Come on up. So this next level, we've got 2 red on it and 2 red on it. So we're going to be able to just do this all the exact same way. Ooh, that's the wrong spot right there. Let's just get our red wool. We know we need to do it on both of these levels. So this is going to be officially our front of the spider. And from here, 2 more red. Then from here on out, Should just be able to bring everything up too high. I hope I crafted enough wool. This requires over 200 wool blocks to build. So it's quite the grind to get this far. But I'm hoping this will all be very much worth it. Hopefully this is more fun than also mining for iron. And then this next one, I'm trying to do it from memory, which I should not. That's not a great idea because I will probably misremember. So just the corners, and then it's just the very inside of the middle. We're going to put in these 2 corners. And then should be, oh, dang it. That's easy enough to fix. Nope, that needs to be red wool right there. So red wool, space. Grab the red wool now. I gotta get all of the different spiders. Make sure they all have enough eyes. All right, let's take a look at this final level now. Okay, looking at that top level, we're going to put 2 more of the red eyes at the very top, and then we're going to cover this all up with black wool. Those are going to be diagonal up in this spot. We're going to take care of all of this at once. Oh, we can just deal with the last bits of black wool and call it good. And I think to start out with, we're just going to do all of this on the rim, and then we can fill up easily from the top. Oh, look at the view of our island from up here. I'm really happy with how this turned out. We need to finish this bridge, build a few more islands out here to hold all of our different crafting areas. And that should make things begin to really come together and feel like a base, as opposed to just a bunch of modded gobbledygoo. I know some of these things we're not going to need as we progress through early game to mid game to late game. I want to keep a memory in this world of everything that we've done, so I'm not planning to bring and tear anything down and replace it. I want to kind of expand out, and then if we ever need to come back, we can, and that will also give us the ability to look at everything that we've gone through in the world at the very end and hopefully feel a lot of success and happiness at what we've completed. So we need an egg to get this finalized, and let's actually sleep the night away. I should have done that while building it. My apologies, guys and gals. But that way, we should be able to watch the egg, watch the spider miniaturize. So there we go. That's a very big spider. We're going to throw it. Voila. Oh, it's gone. We don't get the fancy little miniaturization effect today. But let's wait for it to drop. There we go. We got ourselves a spider egg. And now we need to craft up 1 more of these mob cages. And then I will be right back. Alrighty. So a little bit of grinding later. And we've got 2 hopping mob cages. I figured we'd get a few just in case. And now we are ready to spawn our spider. And just so that we hopefully don't have it kill us, we're going to spawn it right there. And we're going to jab it. Oh, no, 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 no. He's mad. I'm probably about to die because I do not have a sword on me. That's not good. Ah, you have died to a plank of wood. Alrighty, where were we? Okay, we got our DNA from the spider. Oh, right, we need an environment first. Since this is a cave mob, we can just use good old stone as our environment. And voila! We are now growing up spiders in our little mob cage, and we'll be getting some spider essence here shortly. In the meantime, let's take a look at what is next. I do know we need string, we need gray dye, which we can get from here, and what was the other thing that we needed to craft the spawn eggs? We go back here into eggs and caging. We got our wraith spawn egg, ghost blocks. Oh, right, iron nuggets. So I'll need to grind for a little bit more iron nuggets. We do have 6 iron bars left over so far. If I need to get some more, we will get some more. If we need 8, yeah, I'll probably need to grind for a little bit more. I'll do that off of the camera though. Before we go that far, I want to bring our attention to one other thing. We need to use reinforced slate from the blood magic mod as our starter. So we need to throw that into the miniaturization field. We first need to craft it. Luckily, blood magic is its own chapter. We've already kind of investigated this, looking at the flesh blocks that we used earlier. So we need a diamond sword and we need a blood altar. Let's start with the blood altar first. So to make the blood altar, we're going to need red wool, red wool, stone, block of redstone, and a furnace, plus some slightly less dark bloches. Alright, so I've been doing a little bit of research, seeing how we can automate all the different things that we're doing. I'm trying to automate as much as possible, just so we can play with this part of the pack. And we can automate the redstone and glowstone, in fact, by using a witch in a cave. So let's take a look at this, and let's see how we craft our witch spawn egg. To craft that witch spawn egg, we need light gray wool, black wool, white wool, orange wool, purple wool, and green wool. We've made all of these except for purple wool, so let's see how we make purple dye. Let's see. There we go. So it's the same pattern as always, just repositioned in a different spot. We can also do it by combining dye types. We're going to do this. This is probably the easiest way. So I'm going to craft all of this awesome stuff up, and we'll be back when it's time to build ourselves a witch. All right, so I'm just popping in for a little bit of a check-in, and as you can see, we're not quite keeping up with the production of wool that we need at the moment. We need to produce it quicker. And one of the things that's been mentioned in the comments a few times, thank you Arnold for mentioning this, is the time in a bottle. To do that, we need to make a clock, a glass bottle, we need some lapis, some diamonds, and some gold. We should have all of this pretty easily. Let's see, so we can take some of this lapis lazuli ore and smelt it. I believe it takes a diamond pickaxe in this pack to mine, so we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned easy way, or the old-fashioned hard way, I guess. The redstone dust we'll need for the clock. We need 4 gold for a clock, plus 3 more gold for the actual thing that we're crafting. We've got 2 diamonds, fancy that, we got all of that stuff. So if we smelt this up, grab some glass, we can make that. Alrighty, there we go. We have all the things that we need to make for the time in the bottle. Let's craft that up. And we've completed a quest in the meantime. And as you can see, the more time that I sit here, the more time that gets stored up. So we're going to let this bottle fill up. Then eventually we're going to click it on things that we want to tick a little bit faster. And we can make things go twice as fast, 3 times as fast. I think even as fast as 5 times as fast, if everything you have said in the comments is correct. So I'm going to do a little bit more grinding for some of the other resources that we need. And then we can show this in action. All right, so we did get all the materials that we need, but I did promise you I would show you the time in a bottle. So we've got about 4.5 minutes stored up, and we're gonna need more wool anyway, so might as well get this started. If we control click, it goes up to 16 times, and it uses the time that we've stored up. So now we only have 45 seconds left. So we got it up to 16 times. It'll move 16 times as fast. And now our little sheepy should really be growing, and we're going to get a whole lot more sheep essence, which is good because we have a whole lot of wool which is good because we have a whole lot more wool that we need to make. So I've got everything that we need to Oh, I did not want to do that. We want to keep this on our inventory at all times so it continues to make or rack up time, but we got everything for sure that we need to make our witch spawn egg. Let's get that all taken care of and let's refresh our brains. What does this look like? So at the very bottom, we've got ourselves an orange little nose, and the rest of it is all gray wool. This is a 5x5 crafting pattern. I wish this didn't rotate and you could stop the rotation. That would be a very nice addition. And that next level, orange nose, purple on the outside, and then white. Let's keep doing this step by step. And we'll do this again together, especially as these patterns get a little bit more complicated. So again, we got our 1 in the middle, 3 and 5. And as per usual, let's point our nose towards our little farming area. Yeah, I'm beginning to feel very tight and cramped in here. So I think that's something we need to work on, maybe in the next episode. But for sure on an upcoming stream, I would definitely like to spend some time adding a few new custom islands for ourselves to build on and make things look all nice and spiffy. I believe it was the white wool. I think it was white wool at this level. So we're going to go back in. Let's get the next 2 levels, and double check our first 2. So level 1, level 2. Oh, I got the white and the purple reversed. So then it's going to be all black and then all gray. That's an easy enough fix. Wait a second, I am confused. What am I doing? Okay, I put 5 blocks in the wrong spot, not 3. If we take these guys out, we're going to put white wool in the corners, purple wool here on the sides. We're going to put our last orange wool right there. And then from here, we've got the 5 black wool that can go right in a nice little line. And there's the rest of our gray wool. Then another layer of gray wool. There we go. We're now out of gray wool, so let's check back in. What is that final step? Looks like it's just green at the very top and a nice little black hat. Let's plop down our green piece of wool right here in the center. And fill the rest of this top part with black wool. And this should very nicely end up, after we jump to our death, looking like this. That looks very interesting. Is that actually right? I don't know if I believe myself. Is that right? Let's condense our blocks. We can actually see it. Let it rotate into us. And I guess that is right. It looks a little bit weird, but that is correct. So we need an egg. We got plenty of eggs over here from when we crafted them up from our chicken essence. That's why we made all of those starter essences last episode. Throw it on up. And we're going to let it miniaturize. And then we can go through what is a very deadly task of getting ourselves a witch. There we go. Let's get you spawned here onto our little platform. And I don't like witches. They scare me. That is why. I guess slowness and poison. Thank you. Well, we need an environment first. And now we're going to be sitting here at half a health, and it has now killed us. Oh man, we're going to need some better weapons probably before we go deal with our friend, the Wraith. Oh, did you fall off for me? Thank you, Thank you, Witch. And of course it fell off right as we used our DNA sampler. So now I need to go and remake that. Whoopsie daisies. Alrighty, let's try this again. We're going to throw the egg, and it's going to craft up our little guy. And as you can see, I made a little bit of a box for us this time. That way, hopefully, we don't get potions thrown at us, and it doesn't go jumping off before we're ready for it to leave us. This DNA sampler is not strong enough. Ooh. Let's take a look. What kind of DNA sampler do we need to get? Let's see. What other kinds of DNA samplers are there? Ooh, maybe we need a diamond one. Oh man, we need a block of diamond and another diamond. So we're going to have to do some grinding for ourselves to get some more diamonds. So I will be right back, and then we'll be able to take care of this guy. Someone is upset that he cannot hit me. Oh, keep trying. Oh, that was close. Oh, you hit me that time. Okay, maybe you're smarter than I gave you credit for. Maybe you are smarter than I gave you credit for. Alrighty, there's all of our goodies to get ourselves the diamond DNA sampler. That's going to be quite useful for us now. We can get extra jabs. We can store a jab in our chest inside a sampler. We might need to make a whole bunch of these. So that way we can get extras every time we make a mob. That might be a good idea. Let's get him jabbed. Got it all nice and full. So I'm going to let that stack up so we have enough of that to make our blood altar. And then I will be right back. Alrighty, so there is a few things to go over now as I've been doing some grinding, and we're about ready to make ourselves the blood altar. In order to get that started, we're going to actually need a little bit of drops of blood, and to do that, we make a sword. As you can see, I've made an iron sword, but we make a sword in this mod pack the same way as we do in vanilla. We start with our wood sword, and then as we have the whole way through, we upgrade by taking the level below it and adding the next level. So after stone comes iron, after iron comes gold, and after gold comes our diamond sword. Now with our diamond sword, we're able to go over to a flesh block, and if you've noticed throughout the episode, we actually have put this there, and we do the same thing that we've been doing. Shifting and crouching, and voila, we've got our first coagulated blood. So that's going to help us start the miniaturized crafting process. So as you can see, I've also gotten us most of the way through. It's a pretty simple recipe to make the blood altar. So we've got our furnace down in the center. We've got some stone all around it. Red wool, blocks of redstone. The way that we made the blocks of redstone was we took our redstone essence, we crafted it into redstone ore, and then because we don't have the kind of pickaxe yet to mine it, we put that into the furnace and got that smelted up. So because we're doing a lot of smelting, we may have to consider getting an automated fuel source next episode. The last step is to make those slightly less dark bloches, and to do that we need stone bloches, cobblestone bloches, and we need dirt bloches. So I've got the cobblestone and dirt crafted up. And the way that we do this is we're just going to put them across like this. And hopefully we have enough to make 16. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a little bit extra, which is good. I'm sure we'll use them for something else. And then they're just going to get stacked up like this. And our little friend there is very unhappy. I think it's time to let him make his peace. So any last words, any last laughs? Thank you very much. Now we can take our coagulated blood, and we should get ourselves the blood altar. Dun dun dun! It's coming. There it is. We've now got the blood altar, so let's go into our quest book, collect all of our quests, and now we need to check the JEI. Looks like we need to get that one more time, so we're going to grab ourselves another bit of blood. And we're making all of this coagulated blood, so that way we can make ourselves the blank slate. And we make that blank slate by taking any sort of stone and putting it into here. Looks like it consumes 5 life points. And that gets us that blank slate. So let's test this out. We're going to need to make a fancy little altar eventually, but I think we can do this all in just a level 1 altar. So let's see, what kinds of stone do we have on us at the moment? We got a regular stone. So let's see, do we place the stone in here? Oh, there we go. And how do we actually use this? And there's 5 bits of coagulated blood. So if we shift and click, so it's shift control and then we place the coagulated blood in there. And there we go. So maybe if we shift click, blood altar. Yeah, how do we get the item off now? There we go. So we just have to click it in the exact right spots. We now have our blank slate. We've got a little bit of blood left in here still. That's solid. And that is where we are going to actually have to end this episode. I easily recorded 2 episodes worth of content trying to get us up to farming iron automatically. And I don't want to rush that process for you so you can see how I did it. I hope that this was an interesting video for you all. And I hope that you will check out episode 6, which will be part 2 of working our way towards iron, coming out next week. Thank you all for watching. My name is CJ. I hope you've had a blast. If you haven't already, don't forget to check us out over on Twitch. We live stream this on Monday evenings. And if you are not in the Discord, please join us. We would love to have you hanging around, chatting it up, sharing your Minecraft creations, whether it's modded, bedrock, vanilla, Java, whatever your cup of tea is. I hope you've enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out. Bye for now.